It reminds me, I must get a coffee now.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. It's a very cold, wet morning here in Wimbledon, but we're doing our best to lighten the day and for this next hour, bring in the hour of power to you all within this church and within your homes. Our medium this morning is Michelle Dearlove Scott, who's here with us, but I will be doing the address and the reading this morning. Michelle's just going to do the hard work. So, friends, it's a great day to be alive. It really is. There's so much good things going on in this world. I know there's a lot of sadness, and we won't even talk about what Boris is doing and not doing. Leave that to ITN and BBC News and Channel 4 News and Channel 5. But we here in Wimbledon are doing our best to uplift our community and all our friends and family around. And I myself have a lot of family that are not well at the moment, and we've got to be grateful for what we've got in our lives and what we've got. And we must focus on the good things. It really must focus on the good things, because there's some great things going on. And I'm not ashamed to say, everyone, but I'm going to have another I'm not going to have another grandson, but Claire's going to have another grandson in a few weeks. And we've been babysitting Jack, and Jackie put a brand new dressing gown on the other morning, and she's feeding him some whatever, and he went full of yogurt and porridge and everything. So Jackie's now got a Pebble Dash dressing gown until she washes it. So they're the joys of grandparenting. So, friends, so I will ask you all now to be silent for a moment while I open our meeting in prayer. Great architect of the universe, unseen but ever present, ever manifesting thy creation, we come to thee this day during this service, this hour of power, to bring the message of love and truth to the world. Through your divine intervention, we ask you to give out healing, leadership, and guidance to all those we encounter and that are around. And this world so needs your guidance at this moment. There are many people praying today from churches, temples, synagogues, whatever religion, whatever deity. We are all under one God, one creator, sustainer of the universe, unseen but ever present in its manifestation upon this earth. We ask a blessing upon this congregation and you all at home. We ask that you be blessed by the power of the Spirit in your lives, that you will bring comfort to all those around. We ask this prayer in thy name. Amen. So, my friends, we now slip into the healing moment where we pray for those people, family and friends that are sick and suffering. And we've got a very large list this morning. We think of Mark Davis, who has a heart problem, Margaret Barkley, Ben, Tim, Jackie, Stephen and Kelly, Shirley, Petra, Jill, Amber, another Amber who has a brain tumour, Les, Mumtaz, Tony and Julie, Mark and Eileen, Marion, Fatima and family. Fatima's just found out that a sister who went missing has been found that's passed to the spirit, and they're now finding out how she passed to the spirit. Robert, Bernie, Caden, Chrissy, Barbara, Eric Boothby and family, my cousin Russell and my Aunt Dina, Pollyanna, and the child and the family in Morocco, the young Ryan who passed to spirit. We send out that healing love and power, and that they find a manifestation of light in their lives in this very dark time. Heavenly Father, we ask a prayer upon all the names that we have prayed for today. We also ask you to pray for those names deeply inscribed in your own hearts and your own minds. May that love of God and the love of healing benefit you all, seen and unseen. Amen. We'll now say the Serenity Prayer. If it can go on screen, we'd like it. If not, we'll say it as best as we know it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, friends. I'll ask George here to go around with the collection. And I'd like to thank you last week, those online who donated to the church, and also those of you here who donated. I'm just going to use this moment for a free advert for Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Spiritual healing has started back here on a Thursday. It's led by June Frost, and it's picking up week by week. And please, those who are able to attend, read the notices that's on Facebook, and please do your best to attend. We've got a reception service going on, and we've got about 3 or 4 healers, I think, available most time. So it's doing well. Last week was the best week so far. And I've got the heating on in the church, which makes a real difference. Unless you're an Eskimo. So we'll say hello to a few names on screen if we can. Margaret Bartley. Good morning, Margaret. Lovely seeing you. Look after yourself. I'm sorry, I can't see that side. James, good morning. Lovely to see you here. Sarah, hello. Nice to see you. Another Sarah, good morning. There's about 3 Sarahs in my life, but I won't tell the wife. Debbie, good morning. Tony, hello. I hope you're all well and your family are blessed. Sharon Thomas, good morning. Sylvie, how are you? Hope you're keeping well. Christine Moraes, hello Christine, it's lovely seeing your name up there. Joanne, hello. There was a TV show years ago, you said, I must get a hand on that little watch, I must get a bigger screen. Lisa, hello, welcome. One more, Terry. I think we've done Tony, right? But good morning again, Tony. It's nice to see you twice. Was it just my blurred vision? Is that Lynn? Lynn, good morning and welcome. So that's it now. I'm going to do the reading. It's from the Teachings of Silver Birch series, A Voice in the Wilderness. It's only a very short reading. We thank thee for all the channels between the world of matter and the world of spirit, and many unconscious, but all of whom make it possible for the fuller understanding of the greater purpose of eternal life to be made manifest here and now. We thank thee for the humble and the contrite hearts who seek these things on diverse pathways, sometimes in different churches and temples. What's important, they are seeking it. Sometimes there's no need to profess religion, but only seek to express the higher which is within us all. We thank thee, O Great Spirit, for the opportunity given us to render service to thee by serving those who we love and aiding those to spread the knowledge and teach the truth of spiritualism. Thy children of matter know how to liberate themselves, but give them more strength to take away the ties that bind and unloose the spiritual bondage so they become free of spirit. May all that's done in this church and other churches and temples around spread to the day when all mankind will have a greater understanding of this religion of ours. Amen. Friends, it's times like this in our lives, especially with the pandemic and the differing aspects of the pandemic, where we need to have a greater purpose in our lives. I think Stephen Mason showed yesterday, there was a great demonstration, I think Manchester, I think it was Stephen, wasn't it? Yes. That people were anti-vaxxers. That's fine. I really, people are entitled to their opinion of thought. But what I want you to do, and I want you all out there to do, is proclaim your spiritualism in your district, your home, in your lives. Spread that knowledge that there is no death, that life continues from one life to a more abundant life. Spirit does not leave us alone or bereft. It's times in our lives where we feel alone, that is when spirit is carrying us, perhaps in a bag, in our hearts, in the minds of others, but spirit never leave us bereft. It's when we separate ourselves, that which is good and God, it becomes unhelpful to yourself when you're so separated from all that's around. The power and truth of spiritualism is so wonderful. It's not just 175 years according to modern spiritualism. It goes beyond that. It goes on so beyond that. Some friends of mine recently are discovering Buddhism. They've attended a temple and they're really enjoying what they like. And Jackie and I happened to find a book which was over 120 years old, I believe, and it was about Buddhism, and they're finding that peace which they need. It doesn't mean you've got to give up one religion to do another. One of our former vice presidents here, every morning still did his rosary, and every night still did his rosary, because that was, in sense, in a way, ingrained in him to do that. And he was quite all right, but he was a very powerful, loving Christian spiritualist. It's what we do with our spiritualism. It's how we do it. We don't have to propagate ourselves, but we have to propagate the movement, the whole movement. Like all religions, spiritualism is diverse. There are this type of spiritualist, that type of spiritualist. But what matters at heart with ourselves is what sort of spiritualism we practice and we put into action. Spiritualism, for me and my family, we've never hid. When my dad became a spiritualist back in '69, he told the whole of people that knew him in Brixton Market, and they laughed at him, they jested him, they said some strange thing. My great uncle put a tissue around like a clerical collar and he said, "My Dell's gone all holy." What mattered? Dad enjoyed doing that. And as I studied my spiritualism, I followed him into spiritualism about 1970, 71. And as I studied more and learnt more, Dad would often say, "Well, I can't answer that question, but my Ray will." And it was like that for a number of years. Dad, Ray will have the answer. And I tried to help those questions and those people that were asked. But what really matters is just not when we are having a good life, good things happening around it. It's when we're tested. It's when things go wrong and astray. It's when we should go back to spirit and ask for guidance and ask for strength. I am not saying to anyone that when a loved one passes or a dear friend, relative, right, they're in heaven, that's fine. It's all gone now, they're fine. It's better for them. Well, yes, it is better for them. But it's not always better for those around. So we have to acknowledge that. And we have to acknowledge that we can offer our support and our help. And I would highly recommend all people that work as mediums to do a counselling course. Because being a medium, you're not a counsellor. You might get messages and all that, but that's not counselling. Sometimes people that you see or meet just want a listening ear. That's what's important. And as I've been telling somebody today, sometimes you have to say, "No, I can't do that anymore. I'm actually at my end of my tether. I've got a lot on." God does not want us to be workers for spirit if we're not fit, well, and have our own strength and vitality. Whichever way we do it, got a friend in Chichester who puts out little messages on the church website and Hatbridge website, messages. I know Michelle's done the same with stones and sends out healing pictures. It's what we do with that, how we share with that. We have a WhatsApp group here for healing, and we put names on there. And though I often say goodnight around 6, 7 o'clock, sometimes I'm still putting names on at 9, 10 o'clock at night, if not first thing in the morning. It's what we do with our spiritualism. I never hid the fact I was a spiritualist when I worked in the market. I never hid the fact that I was a spiritualist when I worked in the civil service. And I never hid the fact that I was a minister and a medium and a healer. I try not, for me, it was easy not to keep my light hidden, to try and go out there. And I'm not trying to make myself sound better than any other individual. But I was lucky in my journey within this movement. I've had a great person at my side, my Jackie. Initially mum and dad, but my Jackie, who's helped me, supported me, encouraged me to do things. I've recently done some online learning, which I've learned a great deal from that. I'm not just being sarcastic, but I really have. And I'm trying to put that into practice. The Tudor one, I don't know how I'm going to put into practice, unless I meet Henry VIII. But seriously, the life we have as spiritualists is so vital, because we meet people upon the highways and byways of life, maybe at work, maybe in the street, maybe in the shop, and you share that knowledge of understanding. Because it's a true fact, it's a very Christian prayer, this, but there is a peace of God that passes all understanding. It keeps our hearts and our minds to the knowledge of God. So we must think of that words and how we can spread that message of hope, that message of understanding. And the beautiful thing with spiritualism, we just don't have faith, we just don't have hope, we have knowledge of life after death. We have knowledge that there is a continuing life. I know I've had messages from my mum and my dad, my nans prior to that, and I know there is no death. But I have to say, occasionally, this last few months, I would love to have physically sat down in a pub or in a cafe with my mum or my dad and just talk to them. I do that mentally. People often say, well, you should do it mentally. Well, I know that. But isn't it more loving and wonderful when you've got them in front of you, talking to them? I remember early part of 2019, wasn't feeling great. I'd had a temperature. I didn't have COVID because I tested myself. But I remember saying, oh, Mum. And the next thing I know, I saw Mum, she sat on the edge of the bed and stroked my forehead, like she used to stroke my forehead, my brother's forehead, and the grandchildren's foreheads when they were tired and not well. And the other day, yesterday, I had a problem getting Jack to sleep. Only a little problem. I used my Jedi mind tricks on him. But I got him to sleep just by stroking his forehead. And he looked up at me and smiled and went, the power of the Force, you never underestimate it. We must practice our religion. And if you think it's going out of season, bring it back in. And if it's in season, have the strength and vitality of doing that. I know there's so much going on in virtual world with so many different churches and groups doing things, but you must not forget yourself that you're not alone. Those of you connected to Spiritual Psychics TV, you have them. You can go back to their old shows, our old services from a few years back. We've reached a number of thousands of people doing this show. Not perfect, it's not right, but I think we've got it about right for ourselves at this moment of time. We don't do what someone suggested the other week, get the mediums doing a somersault on the platform behind. I thought, no, don't work. Unless they're giving a message at the same time. That might work. But we need to keep our truth fresh and sane. I listen to some mediums. I have to say, I'm not saying they're wrong, but I can't accept what they're saying. But that's my right, and it's their right. Not everyone will agree. And if it was a perfect world, we all would agree, and it'd all be great and wonderful. But so much is different this day and age. I don't recognize the spiritualism I first entered. I think it's changed greatly, but it's still the same spiritualism. Things are different. Messages are different. Mediums didn't charge like they used to. One medium used to charge 4p bus ticket and 4p back, so 8p. We gave him 10p once, and he was so enjoyed. Normally, most churches only give me the 8p, and I'm talking about 8p, not 8p, 8p. But it's the message he went out with on his bike, this medium. He literally had a bike, and he went around spreading the truth. Some of the things he said and done, he told on reincarnation night, my dad was a woman hater and a pirate in a past life. Well, a lot of people thought, well, not much change there then, Dil. But the pirate, I just couldn't see him with a black patch, but maybe they had. But in all honesty, what you believe as a spiritualist, what you are discovering at home as a spiritualist, take heart, take it solidly and formally within your being, and also throw out what you don't agree with or don't like. A couple of spiritualists recently said to me, I don't believe in reincarnation. I said, that's fine. I do, but I don't necessarily see it as part of the strongest aspects of spiritualism. Because the purpose of a spiritualist is to try and prove there is a continuing life. And we have to say prove because it's only the individual you're giving readings to can prove that one way or another. And it's just not saying that one simple word or message, but sometimes it is saying one simple word in the message. I know without hesitation there is a continuing life. That we leave this life sometimes in pain and suffering, but we go into a new life with a stronger body, better than flesh, and we inherit and live within the kingdom of the Spirit. Heaven, if you wish. I am not embarrassed to say Spirit because that's how I was brought up. But heaven is a word my son uses and a few other mediums, and that's all fine. That's all fine. Unto God's gracious care, I commit you all in this address. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may the Lord give you his peace, now and forevermore. So might it be. Amen. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Well, we're now going to go part of the service where our medium will demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit. If Michelle should speak to you or you think you're with her, please answer yes and what you're saying yes to. So if Michelle says there's a man here with a wooden leg and a parrot on his shoulder, say, yes, I understand that. Perhaps I understand the wooden leg, but not the parrot. So just be explanatory as much as you can. And if it's no, please don't feel afraid or embarrassed to say no. Our mediums love a challenge, especially Michelle this morning. She's so looking forward to today. She really is. First thing she said to me, oh, I can't wait to go home. So, friends, I'll hand you over now to Michelle. I'll be helping here. I'll still be here, and I'll be helping up. So if you think somebody online, Michelle's with you, please indicate that quite clearly. And if it's here in the church, please put your hand up. Okay, friends, you understand all that? Good. Michelle Dearlove Scott.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to see so many here in the church this morning and lovely to see people online. Okay. I just wanted to send out some love to a lovely family, Chizanne and her family this morning, because she needs a lot of upliftment. Okay. I'm just going to go straight into it. I've got a granddad. I feel I'm online at the moment. I'm not dismissing anyone here, but I feel I'm online with a granddad this morning. Okay. I've got a passing in May, not necessarily the granddad, but I've got a passing in May that would relate to somebody who's online, and I've also got a birthday in December. I've also got he would smoke old Oban.
Yeah, old Oban.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Yes. Yeah.
The tobacco, and it would be in like a tin, and it would be in a pipe, not a cigarette. It'd be actually in a pipe.
Old Oban's city.
Oh, was it?
Pipe.
Oh, is it not?
No.
But he had a pipe. This
granddad was a cigarette tobacco.
Okay, I don't know the difference, but he also had a pipe. This granddad had a pipe. So this would relate to somebody that's actually online this morning. Also, I want to take you back on a memory link, like an old, really old coach that they used to take you out on day trips. Can anyone relate to this online? I can't actually see that, Ray. Sorry.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Oh,
okay.
Hang on, Cheryl Boxall.
Thank you.
My dad.
Okay. He would have a waistcoat on, Cheryl. He would be wearing a waistcoat and he would stand quite tall. And he'd got like, he didn't have a bad eye, but he's right, I'm getting his right eye would be a little bit closed, like as if he was winking at you a little bit, and he'd always look at you like this and do this to you, and he'd say, "You're on the right track, girl, you're on the right track." Can you understand that?
Just keep talking.
And also
Memory of a coach as well.
yeah, you can take the memory of the coach. Okay. He also brings to me a February anniversary. It's not a passing or a birthday, it was a February anniversary. There was something around February that you would remember. What he's coming through this morning for is, he's saying again, you're on the right track. Can you dismiss what you've been told? There's somebody around you at the moment that's filling your head with all sorts of stories, and you're a bit like information overload. He's saying you're on the right track. Can I just leave that love with you and move on? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I like to do like quick little messages because I've got quite a few to get around.
I
Okay.
can take it all, the information.
Lovely. And I'll leave his love with you. Okay, I need to come to Shirley. I don't know why I'm coming to. Okay. Oh, this lady's comes in very, very pretty, very, very, always make sure her coat and her hair and everything's just prestige. Just like you make sure from your head to your toe that you're very prestige. She, like me, I've had my nails done recently, but she used to always have perfect nails. And she would sit you down and she would go through your hair. She would just stroke through your hair and she would talk to you and she would reassure you that everything was going to be fine. Can you take this lady? Very tall, always wore a jacket just like yourself, always wore like a nice jacket, and used to stand tall and never really let much get to her. It was always as if, you know, she would just brush things off and never really sort of showed any upset or any anger. Can you understand that lady?
I can't actually really recall her. She sounds a bit like an aunt of mine, but she was always chair bound a lot of the time, so I can't recall her.
But she'd be really nice up.
No.
Okay, I've got a passing in January, Shirley. Can you take a passing in January? A birthday in August. And I know you've just had a big birthday. I won't say it or not, but you've just had your big birthday and the big celebrations. But you've also got another birthday celebration coming up next month. Can you take those three? Because then I know this lady is actually with you. But you can take the other months, okay. I want to give you the colour yellow. Need a lot of yellow around you at the moment. I take that as a lot of healing and a lot of upliftment. You need all the yellow you can get. Yes, I can see that around you at the moment. Okay. More trips are needed. They're asking you to do some more trips. Just get
the road light, because I'm always doing that.
not actually tripping over. No, more trips. More. Get out there a little bit more. Come look at things. Come look at your surroundings. I know obviously we've struggled with staying in, but you don't have to stay in now. So you need to go out and just focus. With your.
I trip easy.
Oh, okay.
So I do get out as much as I can.
But you get out. Okay. Again, they're around you quite a lot recently. Obviously, there's some dates coming up and your mind's sort of wandering. So they're around you and they're just putting a nice big coat of love and comfort. And I'll send you their love. You're welcome. Okay. I've got this aunt. I'm going to throw it out there because I'm not sure if I'm here or on there. I've got an aunt now in the spirit world, went over between 40, 45. I don't like to sort of look at her age and put her too older, but she's about in her 40s, 45. She went over very quickly. She did suffer an illness, but her passing was very quickly. I've got a May passing, a May birthday. I've got a January, it's all January to May. So I've got a January passing that will be in and around your family. I've got a passing that was last year as well that was very unexpected. This would belong to be, I think it's to somebody online. I can't, nobody can take it.
In the church accept it? No?
No, I'm drawn to online if somebody can take this. Okay. I see your aunt had some lovely rings that she passed over to the family. But it was before she passed, she actually passed some of her rings over to the family. I've got a little red car with this lady. I don't know whether it was her car or somebody that used to drive her around, but there's a little red car that's significant. If anyone online can take this.
Nobody at the moment.
Okay.
Just keep going.
I'll just keep going with Okay, I've got a problem with my throat. She's bringing me to my throat where it's very, very dry and very, very itchy and scratchy. I don't know whether you can take this. Is there anybody here in the church that can take this? It's quite significant, quite a lot of evidence here.
Hang on, Rosie, I can take Auntie when over 46 years old, bring past to family and a little red car.
Okay,
So
lovely.
Rosie.
Okay, thank you, Rosie. This lady's coming forward for you today. She wants to say that more knowledge is better than none. Somebody around you has given you sort of a bit of knowledge and you've brushed it off a little bit, but the more you can get at the moment is better than nothing. What they're saying to you is you need to get out there a little bit more and understand what's actually going on around you. Get out of the box, see the bigger picture. She wants you to see the bigger picture. Okay, there are a few people that are bringing you down at the moment that you just need to sort of say hello to and say goodbye to, because you need to move forward. You have a decision to make and they need you to make it now. Okay, I hope you can understand that message and I can leave their love with you. Thank you. I'll move forward. I need to come to, there's a lady in the corner there with the glasses and a nice beige jacket. You're sort of leaning to one side. Can I come to you? Is that okay?
Can we have your voice, please?
They're just throwing loads of names at me at the moment. I don't know why. They're just throwing me. I've got Ian and I've got Stephen, and then they're just keep throwing all these names at you. Okay, I've got this lovely bubbly gentleman who went home who's only in his 50s. I've got his 50s. Leukemia. Diagnosed. He was leukemia and he just went very quickly. I'm not getting his name. He's getting his big. He's in and around your family. Okay, I've got a passing in February. I've got a birthday in February. He takes me to August with a birthday, and there was a big celebration coming up this year, like an engagement or something like that. Just give me a big celebration. Can you take any of that?
It's very complicated.
It's very complicated. Okay. I just need a yes and a no. I don't want you to tell me anything, just a yes and a no. If you can take any of those snippets that have come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Okay. They're just coming forward to give you these little bits of messages to say, hey, look, I'm around you. I am around you. You do recognise some signs that you've been given lately, some little bits and bobs that have come through. Like I always look out for the robins and the feathers. You look out for signs that actually are unique to you, and they've been coming forward to try and help you through the situation you're in. Okay, they're not going to tell me because it is private to you, but they understand they understand what's going on, but what they're trying to say, these are life lessons for you to take on board, understand them, and you'll be better out the other end. Can I leave that with you?
Yeah,
lovely, thank you. I know these are quite short and sweet, but I'd just like to get to as many as I can. Can I come to the lady there with the green scarf?
June.
Is it? I'm sorry, I didn't know. June. Can I come to you, June? Hello, good morning. Okay. You're very in a muddle. I'm feeling your mind. I haven't got anybody with me at the moment. I'm just picking up on a psychic link because I do both. Okay. I'm feeling that your mind is in such a muddle. You don't know where you're coming or going at the moment. I also have a birthday in February and 2 passings in February.
Birthday, I can't remember.
You can't remember the passings. Okay. Your birthday in March as well?
My mother's birthday is in March.
Okay. And the letter 4 is significant to you, the letter 4. Okay, I just wanted to check. See, these are the things they're giving me to make sure that I'm actually with you at the moment. As I say, I don't have spirit with me. I'm just coming on a psychic link to feel that you're all around at the moment. Okay. You're quite an early riser and you sort of just listen to the birds and stuff to try and calm yourself down. But then throughout the day, all the busyness and all the chitter chatter, it just overloads you. And you can't, it's like you're trying to pick up what this person's saying, and you're trying to sort of like, oh, but it's not your stuff. You don't need to do that. What they're saying is you don't need to do that. That is their stuff. They're just overloading it. You need to just brush it aside. You don't need to make sense of it. Can you understand that?
I think I do need to make sense of it. It's something quite important.
But it isn't. Some of it's not. Doesn't belong to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like some of the stuff they're telling you, you don't need to make sense of. That's What they're saying,
It's solicitor's jargon, that's what it's about.
right, okay. But there's some of it doesn't need to, they obviously do that.
I have been
Yeah.
whirling around about that, yeah.
Okay. I've got a Maureen who's coming forward, a Maureen
Yeah.
who just wants to say they're putting their cloak around you and they're holding you tight and it's all going to be fine.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's all going to be fine. Can I leave that love with
Thank
you?
you very much.
Thank you. I think I'm going back online if that's okay. Okay, I'm coming back to, I've got a young male that passed over to the spirit world in his 20s, 25. I don't want to put him any older in case I get into trouble. Passed over to the spirit world. It was an accident, and it's left a mum. There's a mum online here that's come forward for him. I've got the colour red and I've got the colour blue. Okay, you read a lot of books. I see a lot of books. Read a lot of books, and I see them just sort of stacked up. I've got a passing in February, I've got a passing in April, and a birthday in November. Trying to get some.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Okay. This either this young lad or the mum that's online. There was a lot of dirt biking around. A lot of there was either an area where you used to go to do some dirt bike, or I think it's dirt bike.
Yeah.
I can just see scramblers.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was around. It's around your area, or your son used to go to it. Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting there.
Anybody in the church understand it?
No.
All right.
Very
I
quiet.
can take these.
Okay.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Okay. He was quite a practical joker, Lisa. He used to play a lot of jokes on the family, and he was quite a giggle. Never really sort of a sad person. It was just always on the go, laughing and joking, in and out. And it was just like a whirlwind. So with his passing, obviously any passing hits home, but with his passing, it really did have an effect on family, friends, and everybody in the area. Okay. He's taking me to his head. He's taking me to his head area where I feel that he had bashed his head, and that's what took him over, and you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Oh, I'm sorry about that. They're sending me lots of pink. They're putting pink around you at the moment, and they want to say to you that lessons are to be taught, not necessarily from him, but lessons are to be learned, not taught, sorry. Lessons are to be learned through a situation that's around you at the moment.
She's saying, I'm not his mum, but I know his mum.
Oh,
So
okay.
she'll pass it on, I suppose.
Okay, can I ask you, Lisa, then, if you could pass that on and then send their love to you as well. Thank you very much for listening. Mary, I do know Mary, but I really feel I need to come to Mary, and I don't have anyone at the moment, Mary, again, but it just feels I want to get my arms and just go like that and just hold you until I can't let you go. I do know that you do listen to people quite a lot, and you are comforting and you do comfort people quite a lot, but there's nobody that's actually doing this for you. I've got a Helen in the spirit world, and I've also got a Margaret and a Madge in the spirit world. And a teacher comes forward for you, a teacher.
Yes, okay. I can understand the teacher. I can understand, I can't think of Madge. I can think of someone that people called Madge and she hated it.
Okay. I've got someone that's actually doing this, pointing at you. It's like you're being told off. I can't quite see that you would be that type of child that would be always in trouble at school, but I'm getting somebody that's doing this to you. You can understand that.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Okay, I've also got the colour orange and green is significant to you, and the number 10 is significant to you.
Can't understand the orange green idea.
Okay, maybe they need to give you some orange, but there's orange and green around you and the number 10. They also give me a passing in May. They give me a birthday in December and a birthday in October.
Yeah.
You've also got some celebrations coming up this year.
Yes, Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Didn't need to tell me.
No.
I might have said Tuesday, don't worry. Okay, you've got some celebrations coming up. This year is going to be a bit up and down. You know that. I'm not a fortune teller, but they're saying everybody's going to be a bit up and down this year because we're just getting back to normal, so it's quite obvious. But for you, you're going to learn from it. You're going to take a lot from it, and you're going to just push forward. And the Mary is back, they're saying.
Thank you.
Can I leave their love with you? Thank you. Can I come to the two ladies that are sitting here? Hi. So I don't know why I've come to you, but they've just gone, we need to come to you two ladies. Okay. I've got a Graham in the spirit world who comes forward. I don't think it is for you two. Can anyone take a Graham? In the spirit world, you can't take a Graham. No. Let me just throw that out online. Can we get a Graham in the spirit world? He's in the spirit world. He's not on the earth. He's shouting forward, Graham. Oh, hiya, Graham. Sorry. Cherie. Hi, Cherie. Graham. Yeah. Okay. He just kept going, Graham. So it's obviously he's shouting to sort of like wake you up a little bit. I think he wants to say he's here. He's sending his love. He knows what's going on, and he said, I can't say. Wants to kick you. Right. Yeah. Okay. I won't say it because you're not allowed to say it in here. He's not going to say why. You know why, and he's just coming forward and going. He's quite the strong type that he wants to get in there and let you know that he's here. Come on, this isn't you. Go for it. Can I leave that with you? Okay, thank you. Sorry, ladies, I didn't realise. I don't know why I wanted to come over to you. Phil, I know I spoke to you a little bit earlier, Bon, but yes. All I want to say is yes, and I don't know why they keep doing this. They want you to look at the bigger picture. They want you. It's like they're doing this to me and they're doing that to me. To me, that's talk, don't talk. They're asking you to just listen at the moment. They're doing a lot of hand signs. I'm not sure what that is, whether you're learning it because they want to do this with me, which I think is for sign.
I started learning it a few years ago.
Oh, okay, because they're doing lots of things with my hands and this and that and okay. You've put it down though. You have put it down because you're focusing too much on something else, which really isn't gonna. I'm not a fortune teller, but what they're telling me, it's not going to benefit you in the long run. You need to pick one thing up at a time. So I'll just stop doing that. But they're saying you need to pick one thing up at a time. Focus on that. Focus on it. Get it going. Once that's going, that will then follow on with what the other thing is you're doing. Okay, you understand that it's personal for you. That's what I'm getting. What they're saying is what you're doing is keep quiet. Is you don't share too much. Do you understand? Okay. I've got a Brian that passed over to the spirit world. I've got quite a few school friends that went over to the spirit world quite young. I've also got an April passing. I've got an April birthday, and I've also got celebrations in November. And also saying once you've calmed your mind, things will go like that. Things will go. And I'll leave their love with you. Thank you. How am I doing?
Okay, got that.
Okay. I do need to come to somebody online. I've got a little baby in the spirit world. Okay, it's either mum or sister that is actually online that can take this. She did touch the earth plane for about a month and then passed over to the spirit world. I've got the name Rosie that's in and around you. It's not necessarily the little girl's name, but I've got the name Rosie in and around you, and I've got a pink rose, a little pink rose. You've also kept the little pink booties that belong to this little girl. Okay, I've got a memory link of where you and your mother used to sit and look out along massive loads of fields, big fields around you and woods. I've also got memory links of going down to like Butlins and what's the other one? Haven holidays. I bet you used to do a lot of Haven holidays down by the coast. Okay, and you remember the little old go-karts with the big pram wheels on that used to be made?
Yeah.
Little old go-karts, yeah. I'm seeing a wooden plank, bit of string. We used to steer it and you used to go around the block on them. Right, so this person that's online is actually missing a ring. missing a, they're not telling me what type of ring it is, but you've mislaid a ring. So this is significant for somebody. Can't see it, can you?
Yeah.
Can't read it.
No, there's nothing up here at the moment.
Can anyone here in the church take that? I'm definitely online. No. Okay. If anyone online can take any of that information.
Yes. Tanya.
Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
She says saying yes.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. You can take all that. Okay, they're coming forward to say that, you know, it's no good focusing on what you've misplaced. Focus on what you're doing for the day, and it will turn up, because you're just wasting time focusing on what's not actually happening here and now. They're coming forward to bring their love to you, and they want to give you the number 88, and they want to also give you green and red, which means it's a lot of upliftment to me. They also bring forward the number 5. I'm not sure why they're bringing the number 5 forward, but they bring the number 5 forward, and they're just saying that you just need to listen more to what you're being told, but from spirit, and then you'll move forward. Okay, and I'll leave their love with you. Thank you. Right. Let me see, have I got?
There's your water there if you need some.
Thank you. I'll do that today.
Couldn't get the vodka.
Can I come to you? Is that okay? Yes. As you came in earlier, I kept seeing miracles, and I kept looking up at, because of the word above your head saying miracles. And I kept wanting to just give you I haven't got anyone with me at the moment who's psychically picking up. I just felt that I needed to hold you and keep saying to you, miracles do happen. Okay. Again, your head's a little bit all over the place. I've got a passing in April, and I've got a passing in May. I've also got a birthday in August. No birthdays in August in and around you. Can anyone else take this?
I've got birthdays in August.
And a passing in.
I can take the passing in April.
You can take the passing.
There's one passing in April.
Okay, but you can't place somebody in August.
No.
Let me just hold. Okay, is number 14 significant to you? The number 14 and the colours yellow. No, doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Does this ring a bell with you, Ray? Yellow 14.
Colours, yellow.
Yellow 14.
14 I can't think of.
Okay.
I'm looking.
Oh, sorry, there's a lady. You can take 14, but can you take yellow and the passing and the birthday in August? You can take the 14 in yellow. I'm not okay. Let me just try and work with you. I get mum in the spirit world, but she didn't go until, I'd say 4 or 5. It's recent. To me, it's recent. It wasn't last year, but it hasn't been years. It's been about 5, 6 years. She's not gone long. Okay. Towards her, I mean, I know we're quite ill towards the end of our earth life, but she wasn't very well towards the end. But she loved a lot of cooking. She did a lot of cooking. She spent most of her time cooking, and the smells, I can smell all this. Lovely smells. You haven't taken up that hobby. You try and have a dabble, but you just sort of think, oh, it's not really for me. You'd rather do other stuff. Okay. I'm just here making sure that I am with you. It is still hard for you that are passing, but what they're trying to say, this is the cycle of life, and that you need to, she watches you all the time, and you need to just get out there and start doing stuff for you and enjoying it. So just like she did, because she said she had a wonderful life, and that she said that she'd like to see that you have a wonderful life. She'll understand that you don't do the cooking, but she'd like to see you doing other things. Okay. They also want to give you the number 5, and they want to give you some roses, pink roses. Pink's your favourite colour? Oh, lovely, thank you. Okay, she wants to just come forward and again put her arms around you, give you a lot of uplifting and love, and that's to let you know that she's always around you. You're welcome. Stephen Kelly, can I come to you guys? Sorry. I don't know why I've come to you, but okay. Again, I'm picking up on a psychic link. You're more happier now that you can get out and about and you can start doing things, but you've done marvellous online. You've really helped and been out for people. I've seen some of your threads. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it's just going on deaf ears, but you have helped so many people that have said, helped them get through this pandemic. Okay, but you also now need that support for yourselves. You do get that support, but you just need to relax and let people come to you and let people bring things to you and help you with whatever you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, it's not for us to know, but for whatever you just need a little bit of extra help, and don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask for it.
Oh, they're not. Especially Stephen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I see. I get it now. That's why I'm all saying don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. We're all friends here, Stephen, so don't worry about it. Whatever goes on here, it normally stays here.
Oh, I could tell you
Normally.
stories about that one.
Okay. Well, I've got a passing in August and a birthday in August. It's just like a little memory to make sure that I'm definitely with you. You can take that, yes? Okay, and I've also got a little dog that's come forward. A tiny little dog. Yes? Yeah. It's a little one. It's not the big Rottweiler type dogs. It's just a tiny little. It's quite a character. He does remind me a little bit of you, Stephen. Actually, he's just a bit of a character. This dog. He's Sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that, but they're having a bit of a joke.
Yes, it's to say wolf instead.
They're having a. Okay. I've got the white fur, I've got the wiry fur, the horrible fur, where you stroke it and you think, oh, is it a Scotty dog? I don't know. It's like a little bit, it's not a soft fur, it's quite a wiry fur. It's quite an annoying little thing, it just gets in the way.
Just like Steve.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I'm annoying.
I didn't mean like that. But they've got this lovely little, and what they're trying to say is laughter again, so you can, it's bringing a bit of laughter back to you, because obviously you've been a bit depleted lately, which we all have, I can understand, but getting you out, bringing a bit more laughter back and doing a bit more of what you want to do. Yeah. You can take all that. Yeah. And also they're giving you the colour orange and they're giving you the colour purple. And the number 12. If you can't take that at the moment, I'll speak to you.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, I might speak to you after about that actually.
Yeah. All right.
And then Kelly's going to practice her stones with you. Okay, can I leave their love with you?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try and do another one online if I can. I've got some, I can't think. A nan. I've got a nan that's just come forward. I can't even see the screen, so
There's nothing there at the moment.
Okay, I've got a nan that's just come forward here. Recently passed. I get the maybe 3 years. Birthday in August. Not necessarily with this lady. I've got a birthday and a passing. There's something around the property. There's something still around the property. There was a big question mark. I see railway lines around this lady. She either lived near railway lines or you used to play as a child around railway lines. It's like a memory link. You know a lot of knowledge of the area. Okay.
I think, yeah. I can take that, Tony, right.
Hi, Tony.
I can take. I think it means take.
Hi, Tony, thank you. So you've got the memory link of the railway lines. You can remember playing around there, or your grandma lived on the railway lines. Okay, did a lot of cooking. I mean, back then we know they did a lot of cooking, but she would overcook.
She used to live near the railway.
Okay, lovely, thank you. Okay, they're telling me that she's coming forward this morning to say that you again, a little bit muddled up, not knowing which direction to go in, okay? I don't know whether she would have said this, but she's saying, boy, you know where to go. You've just got to sit and wait and let it happen. No good thinking about it. They also want to give you the number 12, and they want to give you colours red and yellow, which to me are like healing. And yes, she is always around you, because you've asked that quite a few times. And that knock that you heard in the kitchen was her just coming forward to say, yes, I'm around you, take note, and you will see more things happening. She had a big family. Also, that's why she was doing quite a lot of cooking. You just close your eyes, Tony, and you will hear, and you will get certain smells that will remind you of her. She is always around you, and she'd like to send her love with you. Thank you for listening.
That's saying lived at number 12.
Oh, you live at number 12. Thank you for confirming, Tony. It's just all these little things that have come through just to say that they're around you and to let you know they're here and that they do love you and they would be around you more often. So yeah, those little bangs in the kitchen and the bangs that you hear.
Oh, she's saying thank you.
Is it Tony? That's it.
Thanks.
And I'll leave their love with you. Thank you. Thank you for coming forward. Thank you for confirming. Okay, lovely. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely seeing you back here. Really is. Lovely seeing you as well. I haven't seen you for a long time, have we? So, friends, that's the end of our service for today. Next week's medium is Ashley Mills, who's president of the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. And we're looking forward to welcoming Ashley back here. And just to remind those who, if you live local to Wimbledon, spiritual healing is now available on a Thursday morning, 10 till 12, and there's some wonderful healers here, and we look forward to welcoming you here. And we'll also be starting our private readings once again quite soon here at Wimbledon. So, friends, I wish you all a good morning, and I would ask you now just bow your heads while I close in prayer. Father, Mother God, we ask a blessing on this service. Now, as we go our separate ways, may we take with us the power and love of the Spirit, the manifestation that there is no death, that the healing power remains with us, and we can share that amongst all those we meet upon the highways and byways of life. So as we depart this church in peace and with great understanding, we wish everybody God's blessing, light and love. Amen. Amen. Well, friends, thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you very much indeed. My love to Keith and the family. God bless you all, friends. Until next week, goodbye.